Hi, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Sagittarius, this is your singles love reading. But before we get into that, I'll just want to tell you that at the very end of this reading, I want to tell you about a way that you can win a personal reading with me for free. So if you're interested in that, just keep watching at the end of this reading, and I'll tell you all about how you can be a part of that draw. Okay, Sagittarius, this is singles love for the month of April. So let's see what's going on for you. It can be about other things as well, because I've been asking for singles love, but there's some other stuff coming through. So let's see what comes here. Singles love for the month of April for Sagittarius. We're going to start with 3 initial cards here, and then we're just going to go deeper and deeper into the energy of it. Sag. I feel movement. So we're getting there. There you go. 1. Let's see what that was. Message in a bottle. Yeah. It's been a long time coming. You've been asking for someone or something for quite a while, and it seems to now come in. Second card out. And third. Building blocks. Yep. You've been building your foundation for quite some time. And third card out. It feels very methodical, very structured, very organized how the cards are coming out. So I don't know if someone is extra organized, extra structured at this time, or you need to be. Excuse me. One more card, please. To get a foundation here. Flexible. It's so interesting because this card has come out for literally like, what are you? You're my, what are you? You're my eighth sign that I'm doing. And I think out of 8, I think 5 signs has gotten the card flexible. So there's something going on, like, and when I get the repetitive cards like that, or repetitive, it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly the card, but repetitive, like energy, just the same energy keeps repeating. It turns almost into a collective reading. Like the collective message would be something like, right now in what you're living on Earth, it's really important to stay flexible. It's really important to stay open to various ways, various pathways of things happening, to not lock yourself down to only one, like, I want this to happen, I want to meet this person, I want this to happen, but rather like, I am open to what the universe suggests to me, and as a collective as well. Like, we should stay open as a collective to what we need to face right now. Okay. Yeah, interesting. So we're going to start with the first one. I'm doing this in front of the camera today. Because I was a little short on time and I didn't want to skip my smoothie that I love. Message in the bottle. What I'm really drawn here to today is I see like, this almost looks like seagrass or seaweed or something that would like grow in the ocean, that is no longer green, that is no longer like, it doesn't have any color, but it's not dead. It actually has turned very like spiritual. It has turned very spirit realm, ethereal, like something from the sea that is very ethereal. So I don't know, are you getting messages that can be also like, because of the ocean, because of the like the interpretation or the metaphor of that, it's like You're getting messages from your subconscious mind. You're having stuff come up from your subconscious. It might be very subtle. It might be very, like I said, ethereal. Like it might not be like right in your face and you completely like understand what's going on. It might just really be a like grand but subtle shift that is going on inside yourself, like from a very subconscious level. And messages in a bottle, then it makes it very interesting, because it's like usually that message means, and that's what I said at first glance, like you're just looking at the what I know this card means, is that it's something like you send out a request, a wish, something you want, like to the universe. You send it out a long time ago. That's all about the message in the bottle, that it has traveled. It has traveled some time before it sort of reaches its whoever you want this to reach, or if if this is you waiting for a message to come in, like you've been waiting to get a message, or waiting for, like you've asked for something and you've been waiting for it for quite some time. But having that said, and that can also be true, so it doesn't have to be either or, but having that said, it can also mean that this is like a message. I don't know if you necessarily walk around and wait for a message that is subconscious, because if it's subconscious, it's not conscious, right? What a profound. You should write that down. If it's not conscious, the subconscious is not the subconscious is not conscious, which makes you probably not aware of it. So how can you wait for something that you're not aware of? But on some level, I think you are. On some level, you have this feeling like something needed to bubble up, or something needs to come up to the surface inside of yourself. Like there's a revelation, there's an understanding, you're waiting for something to fall into place. And if that is you falling into place, does that make any sense? We're gonna go deeper into that card for sure and see what that energy is all about and how that ties into. Anywho, building blocks. This is also like you've been taking your time to really build a new foundation. This is when you have built yourself up. It can be literally building a house up from the ground, building a family up, or this is like wanting this family structure, wanting this house structure, wanting this structure for yourself, building it from the foundation and up. And it's quite soothing. It's quite soothing, like how they are fitting together here, that there's something from the subconscious that is now bubbling up or coming up to the surface as you're laying this new foundation, as you're building yourself up. This is something that you've done over time. You're building yourself up over time. And you're now quite ready to just to hear the answer, to get the message, to have the message be delivered to someone else, or have the understanding of yourself. I know it sounds a little bit, maybe it's just cryptic to me, maybe it's like completely clear to you. I hope not. And then the flexible card. So this is like, because of the cards coming up before, or the energy of it coming up before, it's like you really need to stay open to any. If you're doing like a new meditation routine, if you're doing a new yoga routine, if you're just enrolling in this new class or workshop or whatever, which will sort of allow you to open up more, to connect with your spirit world more, to just be more in touch with your own heart, to expand your existence, like whatever this is, which then allows even more for the subconscious to start to talk or to bubble up. And it will land so beautifully in this new foundation within yourself. Like you really are like grounding yourself. It's like you're starting over in life. It's that regeneration card vibe. It's like a second chance, and you're like, from everything you know and from who you have become, the results of the way that you will find yourself, or like what you will now turn into, stay open to how your reactions about yourself is going to be, how your behavior is going to turn out to be. If you're sort of almost turning into a new person or a new version of yourself, stay very flexible in this on this very journey. Does this make any sense? And it is a love reading. Okay. Going deeper here into the message in the bottle. Can I just explain that a little bit better here to Sagittarius, and maybe for me, so that I can yeah, for sure. Like, you're becoming someone new. Like, I've sensed it even before starting. I sensed it. You know, to come into, I understand my readings about like love will never be like boy meets girl or girl meets girl, whatever. It will always be about, the relationship will be a consequence or a result of who you are, your journey, and your collaboration slash co-creation slash connection with Source. That's because that's who I am, that's my vibration, that's my setting, and so that's my groundwork here to present to you, and so that's gonna bleed in, right? I'm sorry that I'm like a little bit lost for words here. I'm trying to grasp this energy. I'm trying to just do the best I can to like to put into words, to summarize what it is that I'm feeling. And the reason I'm grasping, and the reason that I sort of really can't just talk on this, is because I feel like it's new, and that's the whole point. You're new. Look at this image. This is like you stepping out of like you're becoming a new version of yourself. You're stepping out of the shadow side of you, and you're literally becoming a new version. It's almost like you're dropping a part of you and just, okay, not even a part of you. You're dropping the version you've been up until this point. I don't know many people that can do this. I don't know many people that can do this. I don't know if I know anyone that has done this. That you just completely, it's not like you're forgetting who you've been, but you're making a conscious choice to step into a new version of yourself. You're understanding that to have a different future, to have a different present, you need to not bring so much of your past into your future life. And in order to not do that, because you're made up of all this past, you sort of have to let that version of yourself go. And so you're stepping out from it's not because it's that horrible. I don't feel like it's such a horrible past, so we need to let go of the past so that we can move into the future. It's just a new version of you where like you're in charge from now on. Like you're not being bossed around by other people. You're not living someone else's life anymore. You're not having the dreams because is the dream put there in your mind from your parents, from your society, from the collective? Like, what is truly your dream? What is your passion? And it's like you're taking the lead in this, like you're taking charge moving forward. Now, before there's also foundation. It's a heart matter. Like you're connecting with your heart. And you're laying a new foundation. We saw that. You're completely laying a new foundation for yourself. And the new foundation is not the old version of you trying to get a new life. You're understanding that the new life is a result of you becoming a new version of yourself. It might sound almost the same, but it's vastly different. Wow. And then the building blocks. Clarifying this, and we have the numerology wise there, we have a 10, so it's a completion. You're closing in on a completion, which is interesting because it feels like you just started walking in on this new path, or this new version of yourself. You just started walking. You just open the door or the window to that, or the side of the window to that, and yet there's a completion. So it's like it's almost like you worked your whole life up until this point, and it's a completion of the old, and you're stepping into the new. But the new is also like a completion. It's like this is what you came here for. I'm sorry if I'm not making any sense today. I want these messages to be as clear as possible for you to receive them. And again, it might just be me who's not fully aware of the dynamics that is going on here today. And just because I don't understand it doesn't mean that you don't understand it. It might be like comment in the comment section, if you will. Sometimes it's just nice to get a little feedback on, like, am I really on the right track here? Am I just, you know, making you feel confused? Okay, clarifying the building blocks here. Clarifying building blocks. And like I said, this is singles love, but we need to have a whole new set of rules, a whole new set of belief system, a whole new version of you before we're entering into that. We have strengthening bonds, number 1. Brand new beginning, brand new energy here. With the magnolia trees, like the magnolias to me is like it's a flower that has survived eons of time and has branched out to be different versions, rather 400 different versions of itself. And that's quite telling here today. Like there's so many different versions of you, and you can choose so many different forms and versions of yourself than just the predominant one that you carried up until this point. And I just feel with like you're building this foundation for yourself, and you're stepping into this new gorgeous energy that is you. The strengthening bonds, I just feel like that's the strengthening with yourself. It's like you're just becoming more and more solid in your own newfound energy. You're becoming more and more like anchored in to the core in this new version. And then we have the flexible card. Can we clarify the flexible here? Flexible blossom. Look at this. The 2.0 version of yourself. This is what I'm saying. This is a new version of you. And look at the growth. Look at the phenomenal. You're just on another level right now, Sagittarius. You're becoming something new, or you're creating something new. Just allow yourself to go with the flow. Allow yourself to go with where life leads you, where you feel most comfortable. I think the most important thing here is to just strip away. You know, I learned that any time that you're a little bit confused about your path, anytime that you really don't know what it is that you want, I tend to have just listened a little bit too much on what other people expect from me, or what other people, like, this would be really good for other people if I did this. It would really serve so many people if I did this. But is it what I really, really, really want to do? Is it my dream? Is it my passion? And once I strip that away, as I strip those voices away, it becomes very clear what is my next step on my way to my passion, if that makes sense, on my way to my purpose. And this is not even your way to your purpose. This is your way to yourself, to your new version of yourself, a dominant new vibration. And like, as you just step into that is just gonna it's gonna blow up in your face. Like, do you see how powerful that is? And I see the snake on the arm, which is all about change, transformation, shedding your skin, literally shedding your skin and moving into a new just imagine those the images of a snake, and they're shedding their skin. You can see those skins laying on their ground. It looks exactly like the snake, and then you come closer and it's like, oh, it's just an old skin from the snake, and somewhere else the new snake is. And that is you. Can we just get just a little bit more clarification there about the blossoming? What is this blossoming about? Wow. Yeah. Emotional loss, number 5. It's just quite telling that I love the look at the symbolism of this. Like, look at how you're it's like you're learning to let go here, or rather that direction. You're learning to let go and have whatever has been put on you, or having whatever has been like an old version of you, is sort of going back into the light. And it's almost like we're picking that up. It's coming back around, or that way. Which way? That way. Like, yeah, it is emotional loss. It is you letting go of an old version of yourself. But just know, if you're in a little bit of limbo or between worlds, or like feeling like you're a little bit in your old life or old version of yourself and a little bit in the new one, like don't try to not stress that too much, or just feel it out. Just understand that it's almost like grieving the loss of a loved one. It's just that you're grieving the loss of yourself. You might feel a little bit like depressed, a little bit sad, like you don't really understand, because it's such an exciting new, like you understand where you're going, so it's like such an exciting new potential for life, for a new life. And yet you're feeling quite like, I'm not saying you're feeling this all the time, but I feel like it can probably come over you at times, like, why am I feeling so down? It's because you're like working on the, so the subconscious, the bubbling up to the surface, the stuff that you're not aware of, it feels more now like it's the letting go. It's the bubbling up is like your old version of yourself is letting go. You're releasing almost everything you have come to understand about yourself to step into this new version of yourself. It doesn't mean that you're starting over, because you have reached a certain wisdom, a certain level of wisdom, but it's definitely a new phase. This is really interesting. Whoever wants to come with me to the extension about this are so welcome. We have the links to that in the description box. It's one to Vimeo and the other one is to buy me a coffee, where you can just go to support the channel. But also it also opens up to all the extendees, not just for Sagittarius, but for like every single sign is in there, the extendees. And then I want to take a moment to just tell you about this competition, or this draw, to have a chance to win a personal reading with me for free. And because I was just thinking the other day, as I was just tuning into the world a little bit, like how can we just give more love or give more gratitude to the world for what we have right now and for what we truly feel grateful for. And so I ask of you, if you want to participate in this draw, that you sit for like 3 to 5 minutes and just hold this love. You just think of someone, like close your eyes and think of someone that you just feel so much love for, or so much like something or someone. Just find something or someone or something that you feel grateful for. Like you just feel this gratitude for this situation or this person, situation. And just sit there for 3 to 5 minutes and just ooze that energy out there. And it's just gonna cause beautiful ripple effects, okay? And as a consequence of that, you're in the draw to have a chance to be one of the lucky winners, or the lucky winner, because it's one person. And if you want to write about it in the comment section, please do. Like, if you want to just write out what are you grateful for, that actually makes you stay longer in that energy, which is really beautiful. It's a win-win for everyone. If you don't want to be that private or personal to write what you're grateful for or what you feel love for, just write something that lets me understand that you're in. You're in this draw and you want to participate in it, so that I understand that I'll get a little bit of help from source to pick out the winner. And I will announce the winner on the 14th of April. So if you're interested in that, please get me something in the comment section, spread some love into the world, and I hope it's some exciting news here. I hope to see some of you guys in the extension. If not, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel a lot. Bye, guys.